Well, hi there.
Hi, I'm trans too.
You are? That's awesome.
Yeah, I just came out.
Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. How do you feel?
Really excited I get to start T soon.
If anybody ever tries to hurt you, I swear to God, I will end them.
May I have your name and pronouns, please? No, not those ones. The ones you were assigned at birth that don't fit anymore. I'm taking them from you. You're free.
Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. So, do you like Drag Race? Not really. Do you like anime? No. Do you have trauma? I do! Oh.
My wife is usually the one who does my testosterone shot, and she's always trying to find weird ways to distract me, right? So last time, right before she pulls the needle out, she says, "Hey, Aki, what would you do if I was pregnant?" I don't even care if you cheated. If you're pregnant, we got a baby. I'm ashamed, but not. Oh my gosh. Hey, but I didn't feel the needle coming out.
It's day one on T. I can feel my voice changing already. Hey!
1 month on T, I'm just getting sexier.
1.5 months on T.
It's month 2 on T. 2.5 months on T, I just fucked your bitch. This is my voice, almost 3 months on T. Hey. This is my voice, 3 months on T. Goddamn.
Ooh, Bobby, that looks good. That looks so good, Bobs. Your nipples look immaculate. So flat. They look good, huh?
Oh my god, kids are the cutest. So my class had library today, right? And one of my kids found this ancient book. And in this book, on page 70, there's a title, First Married Man to Give Birth. So of course, one of my students finds it. Luke, read this! And here I am, right, thinking, yes, this is going to be a wicked teaching moment. So my kid's reading this article going like, hold on, how does a guy give birth to a kid? I do my absolute best to explain that clearly he was born a female, but now he didn't really feel comfortable in that body, so now he's a male. And then I just wait for their response. Like I wait for more questions. And what they say? They look really happy in the picture. And that was the conversation done. Easy.
So like my dead name is like really uncommon, which is definitely a privilege because I like never hear it anywhere, which is super nice. But the one like thing that is kind of annoying is like sometimes people will ask me how to pronounce it. Like they'll see it and they'll ask me how to pronounce it. Like one time I was getting my name on my apartment's lease and the lady was like, "That's an interesting name, how do you say that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't really care." Like I'm like trying to play it off. I'm like, "I don't really care, like it's okay, it doesn't bother me, like anyway it's fine." When really like it does bother me to hear that name at all, no matter how it's pronounced. And she's just like, "Can you tell me how to say your name?" And I'm sort of like, "Well, I would really prefer you say it Hugo." I know, weird spelling, but it's Hugo.
Oi, meu nome é Felipe e hoje é o meu primeiro dia em testosterona. Oi, meu nome é Felipe e hoje eu completo 1 mês em testosterona.
Oi, meu nome é Felipe e hoje eu completo 3 meses em testosterona. Oi, meu nome é Felipe e hoje eu completo 5 meses em testosterona. Oi, meu nome é Felipe e hoje eu completo 6 meses em testosterona. Oi, meu nome é Felipe e hoje eu completo 7 meses em testosterona. Oi, meu nome é Felipe e hoje eu completo 8 meses em testosterona. Oi, meu nome é Felipe e hoje eu completo 1 ano em testosterona.
Shocker. When I was a little baby, my parents named me Sasha. S-A-S-H-A. S-A-S-H-A. But since I'm trans, people... Why did I say it like that? Trans. Since I'm trans, people are always like, why didn't you change your name when you transition? I mean, you go by a woman's name. You go by a female name. You go by a girl's name. I mean, what in God's name are you thinking? And some of you guys might be thinking, Sasha probably goes by Sasha because Sasha is a unisex name, and although it's way more common for girls in the US, on the other hand, in Russia where it originated, it's a boy's name and it translates to Alexander. No, you're all wrong. I live how I live and I do what I do, and I do it all for English actor, writer, and producer Sasha Baron Cohen. That dude's name is Sasha. Probably gets bullied severely. I mean, I'm transgender. What is his excuse? I kept my name to show solidarity. I kept my name because Mr. Cohen, he needs our support.
So did any other trans masculine, trans guy, trans mask identifying person go through the pipeline where you realized you were queer at like a relatively young age and you loved the idea of being in a same-sex relationship, but you didn't like the idea of being with guys, but you only really had crushes on guys because you didn't like the idea of being with a guy as a girl, so you convinced yourself you were a lesbian because, well, you liked the idea of being in a same-sex relationship and you didn't like the idea of being in a heterosexual relationship. So, you just secretly read a bunch of gay fanfiction and then felt terrible because you were fetishizing MLM until a couple years later you realized you were MLM, or was it just me?
So what they don't tell you about transitioning from female to male is that, one, you will feel 100 times safer walking down the street by yourself at night than you ever did as a female. But what they don't tell you is that if you're tall like me, random guys will try to fight you on the street for no fucking reason at all. And this has happened to me like 6 times already. And usually before I started T and my voice lowered, I would just say, "Excuse me," and they would be like, "Oh, it's a chick," and then they would back off, which sucks because I'm not a chick, but at the same time, whatever it takes to not get assaulted on the street. But now that I'm on G and my voice is lowered, I can't go high without my voice cracking. So I tried to do like the high voice when a guy like comes up to me, like sizes me up, and my voice cracks immediately, and I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? So I literally am like, pretend you're a teenager. So instead of just doing that, I'm like, I'm fucking 16. Can you stop hitting on me, you fucking pedophile? And this guy just looks at me, and his bro looks at him, and he's like...
We are looking at their classic silicone packer. Pretty interesting. It like automatically goes down, unlike some other packers I have, which like automatically stand up and you have to push them down. This one goes down, so if you have, you know, like loose boxers, it's not going to be sticking up there for you. Next one, this is the Fusion. This is an uncut packer and actually has like a bit of a lip, which is impressive. It also has these little grooves for comfort. I'm not really sure. Once again, really detailed, really nice. This is one of their STPs. I believe this is the Handy. What's nifty about this one is that the balls are actually kind of there and not part of the cup, which is super uncommon. Cup is a little soft, so we'll see how that plays out, but it's pretty nice. And then this is the Squire. Once again, really nice. Has this little tab so that, you know, if you have an O-ring, it'll stay. It also has this pleasure part if you're trying to get it on. Once again, it's got like the separate balls that aren't part of the cup, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm going to do a more in-depth review on all of these, hopefully within the next week on my YouTube. If you want to go look at that, link is in my bio, and their shop link is also in my bio. Have a good day.